Hello everybody, welcome back to Mr. Magpie's Harmless card game. It is now Tuesday after we defeated Monday, I suppose. So we're going to start in debt, which is no fun. So what do we have here? Loan. Value minus 30. When a round begins, this loses 5 value. So if its value is minus 30, do I just want to get rid of it now? Is that what we're saying? Oh, I can't sell it. Sell value, minus 35. I can't sell it, though. Interesting. Well, the largest grouping of Jerry is 2. Nice, good multiplier early. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry, so if we find a Jerry, the other areas of the line are safe. Like this. A $3 early is nice. Two Jerrys. So I feel like we should still try and open up more of these cards. There are more Jerrys to the left of this hint than to the right. The largest grouping of Jerry is 2. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. So, if you've got 1 and you've got 1, and the largest grouping is 2, but there are more Jerrys to the left of this hint than to the right, then either this is 2 and there's 1 here, or there's 3 here and none here. Either way, I think if this is a group of 2, there could be 1 here and nothing here. Okay. Alright, there's Jerry. That means this is a group of 2, which means these are free. And we're out. We lost 1 health. Still can't sell that. When you flip a Jerry, flip a random money card. When you complete a column, your perks gain $3 of sell value. We can't afford that. When an eye opens, activate a random non-eye card. Alright, let's try eye synergies. No ability to go heal ourselves, which is interesting. There is 1 Jerry adjacent to this card. When an eye opens, activate a random non-eye card. Did you activate that? Oh, activate, not reveal. Okay, that was my mistake. Each row has at least 1 Jerry. There are 0 Jerrys in the corners. Oh, of course that wasn't going to be a Jerry because it was just an eye. You knew that already. I didn't mean to click that. Alright. Tell you, are we back on Monday? No. We're back on Monday. Oh, man. Okay, well, my misclick really messed me up. There is 1 Jerry in this column. There is 1 Jerry adjacent to this card. Found that. There is 1 Jerry in this row. There's 1 in this column. 9 out of that, though, is nice. 2 Jerrys. 3 money still to find. Doing a great job today. There's 1 Jerry in this row, so these are free. Wow. 1 Jerry adjacent to that. 1 Jerry in this column. So that's free, that's safe, that's safe. Open the eye. Stop. Okay, well, not my best. When you flip a hint, reactivate adjacent money cards. When the round begins, gain mult equal to the total perk value. When you flip up all non-enemies, gain huge money. Is that $10? We'll find out, I guess. Sure, we'll take hindsight. There are 0 jerrys in the corners of the board. One of the rows has no jerrys. Probably the top or the bottom. Probably the bottom. No. Well, you could have 3 jerrys here and none through this. Alright, top safe. There are 3 jerrys adjacent to eyes. Alright, and we got a bunch of money for flipping up all non-enemy cards. Weird that it says enemy and not Jerry. At the top of the hour, upgrade all face-up money twice. At the top of the hour, transform into a random uncommon perk. When you flip a lonely money, reactivate it. Start sticker, after the deal, flip me up. That's not very good on reactivator. I'll take this $20. And I'll take these 2 things that are going to happen at the top of the hour, because we just have to flip 19 cards to get to the top of the hour. Right, so it's 10 minutes to start, and then we're going to get to the top of the hour. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. When you flip up all non-enemies, when you flip a hint, activate adjacent money cards. At the top of the hour, upgrade all face-up money twice. So we basically just want to spend the next 9 minutes finding as much money as we can. Great start. The largest grouping of Jerry is 2. It's good. Lots of money. At the top of the hour, upgrade all face-up money twice. At the top of the hour, transform into a random uncommon perk. There are an equal number of Jerrys to the left and right of this hint. So this is safe. All of these upgraded. You are now a corner office. When an eye opens, reactivate non-eye cards in corners. Does that include Jerry? No. Okay. Largest grouping of Jerry is 2. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. There are an equal number of Jerrys to the left and right of this. So there could be a group of 2 here, and a 1 and a 2, or a group of 2 here and 2 over here. We still have 1 shield left, so we can be more aggressive on this left side, I think. If this is a re-trigger, I'd be very happy. Nice. We still have 1 shield. There's a Jerry. Is it possible to know where anybody else is? There's going to be 2 to the left and 2 to the right. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. Okay, if columns have at least 1, and there's 4 of them, and the largest grouping of Jerry is 2, it has to be these 2 together. Because this can't be 2 in a column together. So those 2 are Jerrys. This is not a Jerry. Then if this is both Jerrys, this is a Jerry. And the largest grouping of Jerry is 2, but we need 4 columns. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not Jerry. And we get a bunch of money. Very nice. Pill bottle. When you sell this perk, flip all multiplier cards. You don't have space. Sell something. When you flip a Jerry, flip a random money card. When you flip up all non-enemies, gain $10. we're not near the top of the hour anymore. When you sell this perk, flip all multiplier cards. Uncommon perk, Burnout with looking for cash attached. When you flip a Jerry, gain +1 malt. When an eye opens, flip adjacent money. When you flip a lonely money, reactivate it. At the beginning of the round, gain a multiplier for each perk that starts with a K. When an eye opens, activate cards in corners. When you flip a hint, reactivate adjacent money cards. Let's sell this and this to take Knight of Cash and the letter K. I don't know if there's more Ks, but we'll see how we go. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. Okay. Money. Alright, that's bad. That's real bad. The largest grouping of Jerrys is 2. I shouldn't have thought about doing that so soon. There's one more hint out here. Ah, I biffed it. I need to maybe get some more hints in the deck. There are 3 Jerrys in this row. Alright, then start away from that row. 3 columns. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to eyes. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. That's huge. Right. We can just take any one card from the top row and just hope it's the money one. Alright, we're out. 52 bucks. After flipping all dealt money cards, gain 4. When an eye opens, upgrade adjacent cards. Yes. After flipping all dealt multiplier cards, gain +2 multiplier. Starter sticker, $2. Give me that for sure. There is 1 Jerry in the corners. When an eye opens, upgrade adjacent cards. So we're just gonna do that. Open this. That becomes very big. We didn't get the extra gained by these, so we're only at 3 because we went +1/+1. But next time, they'll be stronger. There's a Jerry in a corner. Each row has at least 1 Jerry. Still got 1 armor. Oh my god. Right, those 2 are safe then. And there's a Jerry in a corner, so this is safe and this is safe. The largest grouping of Jerrys is 2, we know that. There's just retriggers left, so we're out. $48. After flipping all money cards, reactivate them. When you flip a lonely multiplier, reactivate it. When a round begins, this loses 5 value. Give me that. And can't afford that. Alright, next round it is. There are 0 Jerrys in this column. No Jerrys are adjacent to each other. Shame about 360 feedback here. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I thought it was going to be. It just seemed too independent over there. No Jerrys are adjacent to each other. There are 0 Jerrys in this column. Nice. No Jerrys are adjacent to one another. So there's 2 more Jerrys, a bunch of good stuff still. We could gamble a little. One of the rows has no Jerrys. Well, this one does, so this is safe. There are 0 Jerrys in this column. No Jerrys are adjacent to each other. One of the rows has 0 Jerrys. Can't know where the other 2 are. We're already 1 health down. Row sticker. When activated, upgrade me. That sounds great. Give me that. Give me another hint. When you flip a multiplier in a corner, upgrade it. At the top of the hour, gain plus 10 mult. 2 minutes until the next activation. I'll try that. I don't know how this is going to go. Alright, yep, happy hours here. Huge. There is 1 Jerry in a corner. Okay, we still have 360 feedback, so we check the eye. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. So this is safe. There's 1 Jerry in a corner, which means this column. So this is probably safe. That's upgraded. 14x multiplier. $42 out of there. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. 1 Jerry in the corners. $16x mult. There are 2 Jerrys adjacent to this card. There's 1, 2. I reckon this is safe. There are 2 Jerrys in this row. But it can't be both corners. We also must open that eye at some point to reactivate this, but we want to do it when our multiplier is highest. There are 2 Jerrys adjacent to this card, so it's either here or here. There are 2 Jerrys in this row. Could be here and here. $32. Another $32. We've still got 1 shield. We no longer have 1 shield. There are 2 Jerrys in this row. There are 2 Jerrys adjacent to this card. Could be that and that. Okay. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. 1, 2, 3. And 1 of the corners. So this is safe. Then let's open this. There's no more money to find. There's just multipliers to find. So I guess we go. Hint. Buy now, temporary. When used in a round, remove me from the deck. I'll do that for $2. We don't have the letter K. At the top of the hour, transforms into a random uncommon perk. When an eye opens, flip adjacent multiplier cards. Sure. I don't think we're going to get happy hour to go again anytime soon. Maybe we're better off having something else. When you flip up at least the last card in a grouping of 3+, upgrade the whole group. You don't have space for this. When an eye opens, activate a random non-eye card. After flipping all dealt money, gain 4 money. Let's get rid of stacked cash. Take darts. At the top of the hour, upgrade all face-up money twice. At the top of the hour, upgrade all face-up multiplier. When you flip a Jerry, we can't go healing. It's not available to us. All Jerrys are in a 3x3 square. That's great knowledge. So we can just start on one side until we find something, then flip over to the other side. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. That makes sense because they're in a 3x3 area. Shall we do the stuff around the eye? There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to this card. Right, there's a Jerry. There's another Jerry. Great work. They're in a 3x3 area, so this is safe, this is safe. This is safe, this is safe. Each row has at least 1 Jerry. So I don't know if this is the 3x3 or if this is the 3x3. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. Every row has at least 1 Jerry. There are 0 Jerrys in the corners. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to this card. It's impossible to know then, I think. But there's still loads of good multiplier and money options out there. Okay. They're in a 3x3, so they could be in that, they could be in this. 3 columns have at least 1. So one of these columns has 1 more, I think. It's there, so this can't be it. That's been upgraded, which is nice. But now I really still can't tell if this is the 3x3 or if this is the 3x3. It was the one on the right. Right, we're coming to the top of the hour. Is it 10 PM or midnight that we have to be done by? You have until midnight, so we're way ahead of the curve, it feels. After flipping up all non-Jerrys, heal 1. I need that. This is bad, because I should be opening the eye after I'm ready to upgrade them because of 360 feedback. Speaking of which, this is opened immediately, so I can't do that really if I want to upgrade the stuff around it. When you sell this perk, attach the rightmost perk in the shop to the leftmost perk in the shop. Oh, did they mean these ones, not these ones? Ah, I'm dumb. Give me another hint. After flipping all money, after flipping all doubt multipliers, no. When you flip money on the left half of the board, reactivate it. Sure. We can go to break room now. Let's do that. So now we can be a little more aggressive, because if we flip all non-Jerry cards, we heal 1. So we can lose 1 to get 1 back, as it were. Reactivate all cards. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's go. Right, there are more Jerrys to the right of this hint than to the left. When an eye opens, upgrade all adjacent cards. When you flip a lonely multiplier, reactivate it. At the top of the hour, gain 10 mult. Should have probably sold that. After flipping up all non-Jerry cards, heal 1. Upgrade. There are more Jerrys to the right than to the left of this hint. So it could be, it's going to be 3 and 1 then. So the largest group of Jerry's is 2. That's nice. One of the rows has no Jerry's. That's probably the top row. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. The largest grouping is 2. There are more to the right than to the left. So one of these 3 will be Jerry. And then 3 of these flipping up non-Jerry heals 1, top of the hour. 4 columns. 1, 2. So the largest grouping of Jerry is 2. So this can't be a 2. That could be a 2 with a 1. That could be a 2 with a 1. That could be a 2 with a 1. The largest group of Jerry is 2. 4 columns have at least 1. So we've got 2 columns. We need a 3rd column and a 4th column. It's either these 2 together or one of these and one of those. I don't think it could be this one. Doesn't really help me. Largest group is 2. One of these rows has none. That's the top. I don't think I can disambiguate anymore. And so the one of these, or these 2 and that. All right. Well, that's 2 together, so it's not this one. God, what I wouldn't give to find that last money card for 18x. It can't be this one, because there's only 1 in each column. There is 1 Jerry adjacent to this card, which is that one, so it's not this one. We get $18 and we heal back up to 2. So we got there. Okay, I'm reasonably happy with that. We are going to get happy hour again. Give me another hint. That takes us to 24 cards. 360 feedback. When you flip a lonely multiplier, reactivate it. After flipping up all non-Jerry cards, heal 1. When you flip a money card on the left hand of the board, reactivate it. There are more Jerrys to the left of this hint than to the right. Let's start with the eye. Upgrade that. There are more Jerrys to the left of the hint than to the right. That one was beneath. There is 1 Jerry in the corners of the board. There are no Jerrys adjacent to each other. So there are more Jerrys to the left of this hint than to the right, but there could be 2 to the left and 1 to the right. 1's in a corner. Okay, well, we got 21x. There's 1 Jerry in the corner. Done. There are no Jerrys adjacent to each other. There are more to the left. There's 2 to the left, 1 to the right. We now know that. So it's just hope we don't find him first. Lovely. No Jerrys are adjacent to each other. So if we find a Jerry in like a 3 spot, we can clear out a bunch of other stuff. That's just a 1-er. There is 1 Jerry adjacent to this card. Okay. And we know that Jerrys are not adjacent to one another. So odds are this is safe. 1 of the rows has no Jerrys. This one has 1. This one has 1. Therefore, this is safe. There are 0 Jerrys in this column. You're the one in the corner. There are 2 more to find. They can't be adjacent to one another. Hopefully this is a reactivator. Solid. Absolutely solid. We need $999. We are 70 short. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. There's no money to be found. There is a re-trigger. If we can reactivate it to this, it would be infinite money. It was not. There are more Jerrys to the left. There are no in this column. There is one Jerry adjacent to this card. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets us where we need to be. So we can exit. That leaves us on $241. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the time we had left was accrued, 49 minutes. The increased reroll cost is different. I think that says 0. So should we just go in for one more for Tuesday? Yeah, so that savings has been wiped out. We have stacked cash again. And we have an increased reroll cost, which is not the end of my world, I think. There is one Jerry in this row. So the top row is going to be the emptiest, probably. There are 0 Jerrys in this column. There's 3 more money to find. There's 1 in this row. It's going to be one of those 2. There's 0 in this column. Could be 2 here and none down here. Seems most likely. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to eyes. Great work. Love that for me. There's a Jerry. There's a $1. There's a Jerry. Oh my god, really? There's 1 Jerry in this row, so that means this is safe. Alright, I guess I'm out. 31. Dosage up. At the top of the hour, upgrade all face-up multipliers. What is this? Double sticker. When activated, may apply twice. If I could afford that, oh boy. I can't, but if I could. For money, we have 11311. You flip a Jerry, flip the non-Jerry card below it. When a round begins, flip a money card. Give me that. Give me this. And we'll go. There are 0 Jerrys in the corners of the board. No Jerrys are adjacent to each other. Okay. I want to finish the row for the money. It's $2. That's $2, but we got hit. When you flip a Jerry, flip the non-Jerry card below it. So we should work high to low. Great. There's our shields gone. No Jerrys are adjacent to one another. That doesn't help me very much. Wow. We have 1 in 7 chance of just losing, but we're on Tuesday, so I don't want to lose that fast. But there's so much money out there. Fine. We'll stop early. $21. When an eye opens, flip adjacent multiplier cards. None of this is great, man. Give me another one of you. Next round, there is 1 Jerry in this row. Oh my god. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to this card. The largest group of Jerrys is 3. There's 1 in this row, and this is a group of 3, so that's safe, that's safe, that's safe. That's a Jerry. It's not safe for me to keep clicking. When you flip a money card, this perk gains 1 sell value. When an eye opens, upgrade adjacent cards. That's really good. I liked that. I would love an immediately up hint, but we can't afford it unless we sell stacked cash. Worth it, I think. Getting 2 immediate hints is huge. There's 1 Jerry adjacent to eyes. Well, 360 feedback then becomes way less cool. 2 columns have at least 1 Jerry. Okay, so there's going to be either 2 columns of 2 or a column of 3 and a column of 1. That's very interesting. This could be a column of 3. So 2 columns have at least 1. So this could be 3, if there's 1 next to the eye. Hear me out. Hear out my logic here. 2 columns have at least 1 Jerry. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. 2 of them have at least 1 Jerry. If this has 3, then well, this is adjacent to 1, right? So there is 1 Jerry adjacent to eyes. Is this one? 2 of the columns have at least 1 Jerry. So that means at least 2 columns of 2. So there's got to be at least 2 here. And then I was trying to think about how these might all be safe pairs, but I don't really get there. There's 1 Jerry in this row. We know is the one next to the eye. So this is safe and this is safe. I think this is a group of 3. Or this is a pair of 2. Okay. That means this is a group of 3 and the rest of this is safe. That eye's already open. So it's just those 3. We're done. $27. We're not building money fast enough here. When you flip a Jerry, flip the non-Jerry card below it. When you flip up the last card in a group of 3, upgrade the whole group. It's not great. I don't feel great about this on a Tuesday. There's 1 Jerry in this column. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. Okay, fine. We have 360 feedback, so no Jerrys are adjacent to each other. That's safe. That was useless to me. Goody. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. There is at least 1 Jerry in this column, so that's 1 column, 2. Each row has at least 1 Jerry. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to this card. No Jerrys adjacent to one another. There is 1 Jerry in this column. At least 4 columns have Jerrys. 0 Jerrys adjacent to this card. I can't disambiguate what's left, I think. There's 1 there, 1 here. Each row has at least 1 Jerry, and 4 columns have at least 1. Well, odds are, if this column has to have a Jerry, and each row has at least 1 Jerry, odds are the row here doesn't have one. Is that so? This? Okay. We got group synergy from that, which is nice. Maybe it's time for us to get out now. Oh, God, the economy just is not getting off. When you complete a row, flip a random multiplier card. A row, not a column. That seems terrible. When an eye opens, activate a random non-eye card. When a round begins, flip a money card. When an eye opens, flip adjacent multiplier cards. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to eyes. There are 0 Jerrys in the corners. They tell me the same thing. Oh, I don't need this if I've got 360 feedback. One of the rows has no Jerrys. There are 0 adjacent to eyes. There are 0s in the corners. Wow. So useful. Okay, that's something. One of the rows has no Jerrys. Probably the top row at this rate, statistically. Yep. Well, we've got 2 armor. There are more Jerrys to the left of this hint than to the right. The largest group of Jerrys is 3. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3 means this is almost certainly safe. This is almost... Huh? There are more... Oh, so this is safe and this is safe. And we're out. The night's getting on already. Right. Sell that. When you complete a column, flip a random money card. When you flip a multiplier, all perks gain $1 sell value. None of this is great! After flipping, all dealt malt cards gain 2. When you flip a Jerry, reactivate adjacent cards. When a round begins, this loses 5 value. I don't love it, but I've taken it. There are 2 Jerrys adjacent to this card. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. Alright, one of the rows has no Jerrys. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to eyes. Upgrade that. When you flip the last card in a group of 3 plus, upgrade them all. When a round begins, flip plus, flip a money card. When you flip a Jerry, reactivate adjacent cards. There are 2 Jerrys adjacent to this card. One of the rows has no Jerrys. Statistically, it's this one now, and the top and bottom corners are the others. Yep. We actually have some money to work with, which is nice. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry, so that's 1 column. One of the rows has no Jerrys, we've cleared that. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to eyes, we've cleared that. We have 2 shield. There's 1. There's 2. There are 2 Jerrys adjacent to this card, so we can clear the floor. Alright, we actually have some money now. Flip after deal. Doesn't really help. Give me global retrigger. Stapler. When you sell this perk, attach the rightmost perk in the shop to the leftmost perk in the shop. Okay. Sell Attrition, buy Stapler. Sell Stapler. Buy that. Go. We got an hour and 17 minutes left. We got an hour and 7 minutes left. There are 3 Jerrys in the corner of the board, and 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. So this column has at least 1. This column has at least 1. Then there's only 1 in the rest of this, so we can basically click all of this and only lose 1 shield. When an eye opens, upgrade the adjacent cards. When you flip up the last in a group of 3, upgrade the whole group. When a round begins, flip a money. When you flip money in a corner, upgrade it. When you complete a column, upgrade money cards in that column. There are an equal number of Jerrys to the left and to the right of this. So there's 2 in these corners, which means this isn't one. Alright, now we're cooking. There are 0 Jerrys adjacent to this card. Three columns have at least 1 Jerry. So there's 3 columns left. There are 3 Jerrys in corners. And then one of these isn't a Jerry. So we know this isn't a Jerry. Plus $80. Huge. There's a retrigger and a hint left. But it's not a global retrigger. We still have 2 things. Oh, if we could retrigger this, it would be huge. I think it's worth trying. Yeah, okay. In which case we probably have to leave. One of these is a Jerry, and one of these is a Jerry. It's 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Oh, if there's 2 to the... I should have known these were both Jerrys if I knew that there was 2 to the left and 2 to the right. That's on me. Still, $419 is a way better place to be. When you flip a money card, this perk gains 1 sell. No. When you flip a thing in a corner, when you flip a hint, activate adjacent money cards. Right, sell group synergy. Take hindsight. We need like 2 big days now. 4 columns have at least 1 Jerry. The largest group of Jerry is 3. Okay, so we know that there's a horizontal group of Jerrys that is 3 wide. There are more Jerrys to the left of this hint than to the right. That makes sense. We upgrade that. Should have tried to find another I card, but I don't think we've been offered many. So there is a 3 wide group of horizontal Jerrys somewhere in here. And there's probably 1 to the right. So this is safe, this is safe. Then we have 1 shield left to find a Jerry. And then we can just be okay, because the group is 3. And 4 columns have at least 1. So it's a group of 3 somewhere. It's a shame to get that so early, but this is safe now and this is safe. There are 0 Jerrys in the corners. So, either this is the 3, this is the 3, this is the 3, this is the 3, or this is the 3. There's 3 money cards around. Okay, that's 3. So, this isn't it. That's not it. That's not it. That's great. That's enough money for the day. Exit. So we bank another 27 minutes. Increased exit cost. Do we have to just accrue 120 minutes? Well, jump back in. Right, so increased exit cost. We can't see that till we get to the shop. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. Okay. $1. A malt. Each row has at least 1 Jerry. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. The largest grouping of Jerry is 2. Okay, that's all of our hints. That's all the information we're going to get. Alright, so if that's the group of 2, okay, so that's not a group of 3. That could be a group of 2. Oh, the largest grouping of Jerry is 2, and it's not there and it's not there, so there has to be 2, so it can't be this. Oh, it could be that, you moron. Can't be that. I was like, no, this card is something else. This one must be independent. No. The eye opens. 3 columns have at least 1 Jerry. 1 column, 2 column. Well. Open everything then. Get my $36. When you flip a hint, reactivate adjacent money cards. When you make bank, pass a bottle for 100, upgrade all face-up cards. When you purchase this, your perks gain $10 of sell value. I can't afford the grow sticker unless I sell stacked cash. Is it worth doing that so early? I'm gonna. And I'll take a $2 as well. There is 1 Jerry in the corners of the board. Or you could say that 3 of the corners are safe. Each row has at least 1 Jerry. Odds are it's not this corner then, if this row's already got one. I want to find the growing pill for sure. 4 columns have at least 1, so it's not this. One of the corners has 1, so it's probably not that. We got 1 shield left. We got 1 money, 1 drug, and the eye. Okay, so one of the corners is safe and one of them is not, and that's where our special multiplier is. It would have been a punt to find out which. We need money. We need money. The largest group of Jerry is 2. After flipping all dealt money cards, gain money. I should have guessed. That's safe, that's safe. It's not looking great. I don't want to throw away this whole day now, but... Damn Dratton Blast. Pop. Alright, well, we're making solid progress for now. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.